It is my honor and privilege to introduce our 2025 Convocation speaker, Marjorie Hsu, a distinguished technology executive and two-time BU alumna with degrees in engineering and business. Marjorie is a true trailblazing technologist with decades of leadership in both global corporations and innovative startups. Marjorie held pivotal roles at Verizon Wireless, SingTel, and the Experience Engine, leading transformative initiatives in network strategy, customer experience, and digital innovation. Marjorie also serves on boards for early-stage tech startups, the Westchester Community Foundation, and Westchester County's Asian American Advisory Board. Marjorie's career reflects a powerful blend of strategic vision, technical innovation, entrepreneurial spirit, and public service. Simply put, she embodies all the qualities that we cherish in CDS. So it was only fitting that she was the first leader I invited to the CDS Advisory Board. And just like the class of 2025, she took a leap of faith in CDS by saying yes on the spot, and by inspiring us all with her commitment to impact, leadership, and next generation of change makers. Please join me in welcoming Marjorie Hsu.
Good morning. What an exciting day. I am so pleased to be here with the friends and family celebrating the Center of Computing and Data Science graduates, class of 2025. Woohoo! Thank you to the professors, educators, staff of Boston University CDS. You really are the lifeblood of the university and really the essential component for a thriving society. What a proud moment for the graduates, but maybe even more emotional for the parents, sibling, grandparents, loved ones that are here celebrating all of you today. For those of you who might not have everyone you wanted present today, know that I am 110% here for you and available for a hug instead of the customary handshake. I am Marjorie Hsu, Associate Provost Gustavros' first advisory board member. I said yes immediately. That's how enthralled I was by the CDS vision that Azur articulated. No matter what luminaries and geniuses join the CDS in the future, I will proudly always be the first. And it is an even greater honor to be here speaking with you today. A couple of years ago, I was attending an AI conference at the Tsai Performance Center and chatting with a distinguished faculty member, reflecting on how dramatically the campus has transformed since I first started at the College of Engineering on Cummington Avenue in that little brick building 40 years ago. He very politely corrected me, saying it was only 20 years, so I can now claim to be the engineering class of 2006 instead of 1986. That's absolutely fake news, but I didn't feel worthy to challenge the wisdom of the chair of the Department of Math and Sciences, who must be string theory or something. I graduated a semester early to save my parents some money, started my career at New England Telephone in the initial corporate development management trainee program. I held mostly technical product development roles, large operational roles, and closed out my career as vice president at Verizon Wireless. I was lucky to not have to change companies in my 27-year career, and the corporation just grew around me, and I was able to have 16 different job experiences during my time at Verizon, and as I rose up the career ladder. During my first assignment, I looked around and I realized that there was no one who looked like me at the director or above level. So I co-founded the Asian Focus Group at age 23 to form a network of AAPI students, and not students, employees, and we advocated for career advancement for our community. As Azra also said, I earned my MBA at night at what's now called Questrom and was formerly the Graduate School of Management. After Verizon, I served as Chief Technology Officer at SingTel, a multinational telecom company in Singapore. And then when I returned to the United States, I was Chief Revenue Officer at a startup which had a successful exit. I now consult with and advise tech founders and CEOs. I also chair and serve on a variety of boards in addition to CDS. My Boston University education really laid a foundation for me to enjoy a variety of career and life experiences, impact organizations I'm passionate about, and now I can appreciate the flexibility and fun of my portfolio life. And I absolutely put in the work, but was incredibly fortunate. So I'm just a garden variety engineer, MBA. I can't wait to see what the CDS graduates will accomplish with your extremely exciting education. I was recently at a women's networking dinner, and we were asked to introduce ourselves with something that Google doesn't know about us. I shared that I am a preschool dropout. It was honestly very boring compared to the spicy reveals that a lot of the other women shared. And it's so appropriate that this is the last class of CDS immigrants, as Azra described you, having all started at another college and then moved into CDS. My parents and I came to the US when I was 6 months old from Taiwan. We only spoke Mandarin at home, even though my parents are college educated and do speak English. I was crying and miserable, and I guess I must have convinced my parents in Mandarin to let me drop out of preschool. The advantage now is I'm bilingual, and I pass that gift on to my sons. As parents, we want our children to have every advantage, but then we have the very hard job of letting you all go. So seek your path, and we know that the class of 2025 has lived through more tumult than most of us in the United States have experienced in decades. Pandemic, remote learning, social unrest, geopolitical tensions, economic and job market uncertainty. As someone who has lived, graced really to live through the best of times, I was at first sad for my two sons that they were learning to adult during this time, but then I realized their opportunity and also your opportunity. Out of disorder and chaos, you all have the chance to create new models for how society collaborates, organizes, creates, produces, and really lives. Most engineering students' hardest class is thermodynamics, and it feels like we're living the second law of thermo, which is entropy, the Greek word for transformation. A consequence of entropy is that certain processes are irreversible. So, sorry folks, we're not going back. Along those lines, I am a big believer in the phrase that has been attributed to the Stoic philosopher Seneca. Fortune favors the prepared. Especially during this massively disruptive time, you must make your own luck by putting in the work and being ready for when the moment and the opportunity arises. That's what I love about CDS. You have been able to seek your passion while equipping yourselves with the critical analysis, domain knowledge, along with data science and modeling tools necessary in the fields that really need you to make a difference. You can thoughtfully consider how humans collaborate with each other to direct technology, the ways we can bring the entire workforce along through the transformation, how generative AI, robots, people together solve societal changes, help the underserved, and help shape a better tomorrow for everyone. Education will change entirely, as will almost all other fields. I'm very happy that my son, who's here today along with my husband, is enrolled in the CDS Online Masters in Data Science program this fall, because I really, truly believe that the CDS toolkit will be essential for this generation's success, and really also for the internally young and curious. Shifting from the philosophical and aspirational, let's touch upon the topic every conversation and conference I attend seems to gravitate towards these days, which is generative artificial intelligence. We're not all going to be building large language models like these amazing CDS grads, but we can each, all of us, start using Gen AI. So many platforms can be used for free. Find the interface that you prefer, or like me, I dabble across several. There's a lot to choose from: Microsoft Copilot, Claude, Proximity, ChatGPT, etc. Your shiny new graduates here today can advise you on that and the many more platforms that are function and task specific. Professionals are certainly using secure instances of these platforms for work applications such as culling through basic email, prioritizing, organizing data to gain actionable insights, using a personal assistant agent in this agentic age. And I think the first focus is really reducing customer care costs, but most exciting is companies are accelerating basic research across a growing number of industries. Try using Gen AI tools instead of Googling. It's interesting, the different platforms actually exhibit different values. So Claude, developed by Anthropic, emphasizes universalism and humility. Some, like Perplexity and Copilot, cite the source data from which it's compiling the response. Some won't respond to political questions, which shows you that Gen AI is pretty smart. Pick one whose human-computer interface you feel comfortable with, and it's always incumbent on the human to verify the information to make sure it's not hallucinating and making stuff up. I bounce between the different platforms depending on the task I'm doing. I've used Gen AI to create presentations on how to prepare and provision for an offshore sailing trip, and it has displaced Google in most of my searches. I was really impressed over the holidays. I was spending hours looking for a restaurant reservation, post-theater, near Broadway, walking distance for a party of 8. It was really time-consuming, and Gen AI found a great restaurant for me, so it's really very practical as well. I've heard it's great for learning a foreign language, that it will converse with you and actually correct your pronunciation. I've created a personalized agent that aligns with my experience, my values, and my expertise. I'm curious, excluding the graduates, how many of you have used Gen AI? All right, a handful. And how many of you have created a personalized agent? Awesome, great. I have even heard of people who use ChatGPT to give them feedback on how they could have chosen better language after an argument with their wife. Happy wife, happy life. Sorry, nothing rhymes with husband. Gen AI can help you prepare for an interview, develop leadership skills, maybe help you be more emotionally perceptive. Algorithms, AI, and Gen AI have long promised to remove all the rote work, and so you can save your talents and your human judgment for what really matters. And now it is here. Now even agents have agents, so everyone should give it a try. All that said, I promise you I wrote this convocation speech and not ChatGPT. AI augments human expertise. It may level up your skills and productivity. At the core, though, is still your knowledge, your values that drive technology for good. People talk about seeking your passion, but I believe that your passions change. Is anyone still playing Pokemon Go or pining for that boy in middle school with the alpaca hair? It is your family values, your parents, who so proudly are basking in the glow of your milestone today, imparted to you since birth, and ultimately your own core values and belief that will guide you. Hiring is down 16% from last year and 44% from 2022 for new college graduates. Congratulations to those of you who have a job offer in hand that is tremendous and exciting, so bravo. For everyone else, please don't be discouraged. I didn't have a job offer until after I had graduated. However, just like CDS, I was ready to say yes. In the mid-'80s, I was interviewing with defense contractors, as electrical engineering graduates were doing. But when New England Telephone offered me a job that connects people, it was easy to say yes because it aligned with my core values. Today's young people will have lots of jobs and many different career experiences. Take every interview, learn from every experience and assignment about how you can best contribute, how to be a good teammate, how to manage up, down, all around, learn how to emulate a good supervisor and how not to be that bad boss, and define what is good and what a meaningful life looks like for you. My motto is be open to the universe. Try not to worry so much about what other people are doing, and don't spend any time imagining what they think about what you're doing, because most likely they're really not paying that close attention. Speaking of staying the course, I recently read about how the Amish adopt technology. It is very much guided by their shared core values and decided purposefully and selectively as a community. Every community is different, and my family drove to Boston yesterday in a car, so I'm not a member, but I do appreciate their framework for technology assessment. Does it enhance the craftsmanship and quality of their work? Does it provide meaningful work for their community? Does it prioritize their family and community values? Does it enhance or diminish human relationships? Does it promote or diminish self-sufficiency? Is it environmentally sustainable with minimal impact on our planet? Some Amish communities have adopted refrigeration, solar, and battery technology, but they stay off the grid. Some use cell phones and computers for business, but not personally. Consider whether our actions, even beyond work, are purposeful and necessary. And our work should certainly bring ourselves and others satisfaction and joy. I leave you with one other kind of joyful aside. It was a realization to me that even more important, perhaps, than which school, degree, first job you get is finding a life partner who supports your ambition. You deserve to cast yourselves as the central character in your own life story. That doesn't preclude being an equal partner, a devoted parent, or a filial child. You will still have to make sacrifices and compromises. There will be bumps along the way. It will be easier and wonderful to have someone beside you, cheering you on and helping you be you. So go get it all, graduates. Congratulations.